Nice. What's up, everybody?
What's up? How are we doing today?
We're doing well, man. First episode of 2024.
Yes. Also, happy belated birthday to me. Thank you for that.
31.
I turned 31 this week, which you put on your story is disgustingly old.
I did.
And it is a little bit.
It's a little bit. You're over a very, particular hump. 30 is a hump. 31 feels like now it's just real.
It doesn't feel
downhill.
like anything, though. At the same time.
I agree.
It feels like nothing, but then I'm also just like, what the actual fuck?
I think it's because our generation's having kids at 40. So 30 don't feel like 30. 30 you used to have 3 kids at 30.
30 you were half dead.
Yeah, legit.
I'm almost half dead, though.
Caveman times you were dead.
Yeah.
Shit. Dude, you made it. That's cool.
I'll say this. On my 31st birthday, this is my general feeling. It was a good one. It was a good
one? Your birthday?
It was a good birthday, but the feeling I had on my 31st birthday, I was just like, things are good right now. I felt I felt very at peace and grateful for all the things I have around me.
Now, is that something you felt naturally, or did you really have to kick yourself into focus to be like, I'm grateful?
No, dead ass. I was just like, all is good right now. I had done a show on my birthday. I did good at the show.
Okay.
If I bombed on my birthday, that would have fucking stunk.
Would have made sense.
I did super well on the show, which was cool. And yeah, I was just like, life is good, business is good. I'm generally pretty happy. Of course, I get sad sometimes. Don't we all?
Yeah.
But it was mostly happy.
I don't know. It feels like, you turn 21 and you wake up, you're like, fucking 20. You feel 31, you're like...
Well, my 21st and my 31st, they're night and day, baby.
Couldn't be more different.
I got drunk 9 different times on my 21st birthday.
It feels like a low ball
I
number.
remember... Oh, that was the day after my birthday, I think? Or was it my 21st birthday? I don't know.
I'm just saying,
I think the day before, because you go out at midnight on your 21st birthday. So the party's on January 7th, and then you go out at midnight, and I remember I woke up on my birthday and was just like... I had a class, I think, and I didn't go to class, and I woke up, and it was noon, and I was like, I'm still shithoused right now. Was so hammered at noon.
Hearing that come out of your mouth.
Just so I was just talking to someone about, drink. He didn't drink anymore, I don't drink anymore. And I was like, yeah, I still smoke and stuff. And he's like, oh, that doesn't conflict? And I was like, nah, because... when I smoke weed or something, I never do it to excess. I don't like doing it to excess. You know what I mean? I always equate my weed smoking to 2 glasses of wine. Ooh, I love 2 glasses of wine of weed.
I like that.
That's my zone.
That's beautiful.
But then he's like, what happened when you're drinking? I'll be like, oh, I would have 45 drinks in a day. Dead ass.
I'd watch you drink half a bottle of fucking pineapple Burnett's.
Yeah, baby.
It was not.
I probably did that on
Burnett.
my 21st birthday.
I feel like you did that a few times.
On my 21st birthday, dude, we had a party at my fraternity house, which was 153 West Main Street, okay?
I'm sure it was a nice
Shout
establishment.
Out. It was a trap house shithole that we paid so much money in rent for. So much money in rent
Really?
For.
It was. I feel like Greek Life House is supposed to be cheap as hell, no?
No, because we were renting from a slumlord. His name was Scrangelo. The Scrange man, dude.
Was that his birth name?
Dude, it was his childhood house. He grew up in Newark, Delaware. It was his childhood house, and and then he started renting it out to us. I lived in his childhood bedroom.
Could you imagine your parents renting your childhood house to Hofstra kids?
Dude,
what the fuck?
I'm not even kidding, dude. This guy was a fucking psychopath, and we would have parties in the house. Shout out.
We party.
I remember one time, we had a party, right? And he just it was 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I saw a text from someone in our house group chat and was like, Scrange is in the house, everybody lock your doors. So
I can't get over Scrange.
I locked my door. And he comes up and he's like, you motherfuckers, you fucking trashing my house. Look at this, all this fucking cups and garbage and shit. Where are you motherfuckers? And he's banging on everyone's door. And I remember hiding in my room and he was banging on my door. I was like, I am not answering that.
Nope.
And Feldman lived on the first floor. One of my friends lived on the first floor, 1 bedroom on the first floor. And he just busted the fucking thing and started laying into him so bad. And then it had passed over. And and then like we're all like reconvening on like the third floor of the house, and Feldman's like talking shit. He's like, yeah, dude, this guy fucking just comes in our house, and he was standing in the foyer still, like he snuck back. He's like, oh yeah, you talking shit? I can hear you, motherfuckers. Feldman like ran up the stairs.
Scrangelo was ready to throw fucking scrans,
dude, he was
bro.
nuts, bro. And then, like later on in the day, like literally the same day, 6 hours later, he texts Feldman and he just goes, hey man, just want to let you know I'm super sorry about blowing up on you guys this morning, dude. Just really had to blow off some steam, had a tough night. I just had to blow off some steam a little bit, but I get it, man. You're in college. Like, I was in college once too. Like, I get it, y'all party. Like, yo, here's a picture of me partying at Daytona Beach. And he sends a picture of him like on spring break posing with like some girl's ass and just like pointing at a girl's ass in a thong. And he's like, I get it, bro. Just like try and keep the house like a little bit cleaner, man. He was nuts.
What was he anticipating? A frat renting
he just,
his house?
I swear to God, he was not mentally stable.
You don't have good track records with landlords that are mentally stable, like Anthony Del Vecchio, right?
Anthony
Vecchio from
the Pirate House. You don't have it either with the Firehouse.
Yeah, but she just gave me a strongly worded letter. Like, I didn't get served. Like, you almost got sued.
Yeah, that was tough. But can I tell the 21st birthday real quick, dude?
Yeah.
So 153 West Main Street, the bar that we were going to was like 130 West Main Street. It was literally a stone's throw away, okay? Right. And like I was so hammed, couldn't like walk. So they put me in a car to get me there. I don't remember any of this. This
whose
was
car?
I don't.
A car. You're like, it put me in a car.
They put me in a car. I don't remember who was driving.
I was driving this fucking car.
No, dude. So it's like we go. It's like 10 houses away. It's a big. The bar is like basically just like a big, huge house, and it's 10 houses away, pretty much. And we get 9 houses away, and I have no recollection of this. And the car was going like 2 miles an hour, probably because the person who was driving must have been hammered. And I just jumped out of the moving car, jumped out, rolled out of the car. Was going like 3 miles an hour, and I have no recollection of this. I was told this the next day. Jumped out of the moving car, and then army crawled up to the bar. And I was like, it's my 21st birthday, baby, let me in. And the bartender was like, dude, the bouncer was like, I literally just saw you jump out of a moving vehicle. I'm not letting you inside. And then I was like, make me walk a straight line. And you let me inside. Make me walk. And apparently I, like a dancer, I just fucking hit this like perfect straight line, dude. And the guy was like, honestly, that was electric. Get in there, kid. And so everybody started buying me blowjob shots. You know, blowjob shots where it's like,
is that where the whipped cream? And you
the whipped cream, and they do the balls, and then you have to like deep throat like a espresso shot, like vodka thing on top.
I feel like we're on different pages right now with the blowjob shot.
My blowjob shot is
what are the balls of the shot.
So
you mentioned
someone
balls.
puts their testicles right on the
the bartender was really ballsy.
Yeah. No, it's an upside down cup on a plate, and then a shot on top of the upside down cup. Okay.
Right. Okay.
We follow that, and then it's like a coffee liqueur shot of some sorts, and then they do whipped cream, and they do like balls, whipped cream on the plate, and then make a penis.
Got it.
So it's like you're supposed to like lick the balls. Happy 21st to your boy.
Make sure you're licking the balls.
Yeah, you know, we all know what we like. And this apparently I did it, and then just fucking punched the shit out of the glass. And they were like, come on, man. And I was like, sorry. And then someone bought me another one that did this same thing, and they were like, all right, get the fuck out of here. And I got kicked out.
Dylan's like classic, like push the limits drunk guy. He's like, fucking see what I can do now, bitch.
I love getting told don't do that, and then doing it one more time, and then just be like, you're obviously getting kicked out.
Yeah, like you're like, I know.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was. Yeah,
that's a fun little shot that they had offered there.
Yeah, that was a I don't know if that was a
a blowjob shot is a thing.
Yeah, what's your blowjob shot?
I've seen 2 different ones. One is just where you like you no hand shot.
Oh, okay.
So you go down on the shot. It's got like whipped cream on the shot. It's like also like a coffee liqueur, a JMO something shot, and you throw it back, no hands. And that is the blowjob shot. But when I was in Barcelona, I experienced the Monica Lewinsky shot.
Oh, my friend did
you?
So my friend has a bit about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I've seen it. I did one. I didn't know what it was. So first I did it, And when you do the Monica Lewinsky shot, they make in this bar. There's this like famous bar in Barcelona that does it. They're like, everybody shut their phone off, like no phones. Like they'll kick you out if they see a phone recording because of what I'm about to describe to you. And they put a beer bottle in like a hollowed out dildo, and they stick it on the fucking bar. They put whipped cream up and down the dildo, and they blindfold you. So, like, you blindfold, and then they tell you to, like, stick your tongue out, and then you go out, and you fucking have to lick the whipped cream. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on, but when I did it, it was very chill. Like, not chill. I mean, it was fucking absurd. It was, like, fun. Like, whatever. Yeah. So you lick the whipped cream off, and then they, like, beer shower you with, like, a dildo. It's like shooting beer all over you, and then they, like, give you a beer. That's, like, the shot. But when this girl did it, they took her head. And they deep like they were like, all right, like lick the thing, and she licked it up to the tip, and the bartender like smashes her head down, and she like deep throated a humongous dildo in front of 150 people at this bar, and she's blindfolded. It must have been a traumatizing. That's
assault. Yeah, that's assault.
We were like 19, like it's not chill at all.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very different.
Yeah. At least it wasn't your head that got pushed.
I didn't get throated.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't about that.
No, okay.
Gator don't play no shit.
But happy birthday to me.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
Very different birthdays. Listen, I'm glad I had the 21st birthday experience. I'm glad I had my 31st birthday experience.
Of course, that's progress.
Progress, baby.
Progress. Anybody wish you any well wishes? That you get anything nice said to you, or were you just pretty much?
No, I that was another thing too. Like I just was like, a lot of people reached out and were like, "Happy birthday, bro! Like, hope you have a good day." And like, I really felt. That's what I was saying. I felt grateful. Like a lot of people reached out. A lot of people hit me up.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they know it's almost over. They're really trying to get it in there.
But 31.
Yeah.
31. There I go. There I go. You want to go or you want me to go?
Go.
Okay. Where do I want to take it? Oh, you want to do the retirement draft?
Yeah, that's why I was kind of pausing there.
So
I don't have great options here.
Okay.
But I'm excited about it.
I was just thinking about this because I spend a lot of time with older people. A lot of people are retired. And we're just in the 31 now. We're in the absolute beginning of like the grind, almost. You know what I mean? It was like 20 we were grinding, but now it's like you gotta go super hard.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, that wasn't enough. Now I gotta really pump it up into overdrive.
I've just been like, damn, I'm excited for retirement. You know, I'm excited for the journey. I'm not exactly.
He's 31. I can't wait to retire. Woo,
I mean, who can't?
Yeah.
You know, we all.
Can I devil's advocate real quick?
Yeah.
I dream of a world where I am so content that I don't want to retire because I'm so fulfilled. But let me tell you how far we are from that. Okay?
Yeah, we're not there yet.
We are nowhere near.
I'm with that too. Like, I hope that we're doing this shit, and I hope this is part of retirement.
I would do this till I was shitting myself in a diaper.
Right.
You know, would be electric. It fucking.
We'll
electric.
do it after. We'll do it after.
Yeah, if we were doing this at like 90, shit, like.
Come on.
Who's not watching that? But yeah,
probably a decent amount of people.
Probably most people aren't watching.
Old man shits himself
on a podcast.
Electric. But I was just like. Okay, if I'm still, I would love to still be doing comedy, obviously. I'm hoping that, like, doing shows and stuff, like, people still do the shows into their old age, but, like, the grind, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got my physical therapy business. I'm like, I hope I'm not doing that when I'm fucking 70, you know? I don't want to be doing that. So I was like, just what kind of experiences would I want to be doing as a retired man? Okay, so that has inspired the retirement draft, okay? And picking experiences that we want to do in retirement.
My whole draft has a pretty, like, steady theme.
Okay. Is it dark?
No, it's not dark, but it's like...
You take the first one.
You want to take the first?
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to do the first one because I want to see where you're at first.
Okay. My first one is reading books on the beach. And specifically novels. Because I feel like now I'm actually into... I've been reading some books right now, and it's all like... finance books and like self-development and growth books, and it's like it almost feels like it's cool and shit, but it almost feels like homework. And I'm like, I just want to read like a fucking like a book about like a Stephen King novel. You know,
like a James Patterson book.
James, like like those, like what the hell is those, like Mission Impossible?
Tom Clancy.
Yeah,
or some
Tom
shit.
Clancy murder, a murder mystery book. You know, just get really snuggled up on the beach and just be like, go there in the morning, like crush a fucking book.
Yeah,
that doesn't have anything to do with like me trying to make more money or like be less depressed.
It's not helping you at all.
Yeah, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
So just reading a novel on the beach.
Reading for pleasure on the beach.
Reading for pleasure on the beach.
Let me tell you something. I actively judge people who are reading on the beach that are our age. Like, I go to the beach, people.
Actively?
Like it happened. Well, I live on the beach, so I'm always at the beach, and there's always like, you know, there'll be like a group of
fucking scumbags reading on the beach.
No, there'll be a group of like 25-year-old chicks, and they like have a White Claw and they're reading a book. I'm like, why are you reading on the beach? Like, there's so much other shit.
Why are you reading? Why are you not talking to me?
Why you not? Hey, yo, you need anybody to lather you up, sweetheart? Like, hey, your shoulders are getting burnt. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's something I'm like, because I can't sit down and focus on the beach, so I'm just like, what are you doing?
Okay, I guarantee
but that's
you will.
Beautiful. I think that's a beautiful.
And also something to like, just getting to a place where I like don't need a fucking phone anymore. And I just am like so detached from it. And it's like I check in on it. I have my calls and stuff or whatever. But I just go down to the beach and like I have a book and no tech. Like, that is what I'm looking for.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Just no fucking responsibilities in a Tom Clancy novel.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
That's my first draft pick. That's my first pick.
My first draft pick. Total other side of the spectrum. I think I'm going to start curing my own meats as an older guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that the writing's on the wall there.
Right.
I really would like to, like, a little prosciutto, like get a pig leg and hang it in the shed and cure a pig leg into some prosciutto, some homemade Joey's prosciutto.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my retired vibe.
I really
I'm
like
going to have
that.
a whole shed of meat.
Okay.
Whole shed.
What is a shed of meat? Is that a thing or is
it a thing?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Is it
like
a thing?
What you would need a special place to, like,
I'm
a wine
not
cellar?
Do it in the living room.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's not going to be in the bedroom.
Joe's special.
A wine cellar. Yeah, man. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a shed.
Like a meat cellar.
Yeah, a meat cellar.
Okay.
Sounds like a different thing.
It sounds like we do a Monica Lewinsky show.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
How you doing? She loves a meat shed. So I heard. According to the documents.
She is the meat shed. That was what Emily, my wife, said.
She is the meat shed. That reminds me of what? We Are the Millers, the boner garage. Remember? You ever see We Are the Millers? Yeah. The stripper, they're like, they said we could make up our own nicknames. Oh, what's yours? Boner Garage.
I don't remember
Meat
that.
Shed is giving me Boner Garage vibe.
Yeah, sure. They're very similar.
Yeah, I want to start curing my own meats.
Okay.
You know, that's where I kind of want to do it now, if I'm honest. I just don't have the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Got plenty of time when you're retired.
That's what I'm saying. A little jamon, a little Spanish jamon.
Yeah, a little Iberian fucking jamon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like, you don't even, it's like you just do it, not even for everything nowadays is like, how can I sell this?
Yeah,
you know, it's like you just do it, and then it's like you make a bunch of meat and you go around your neighborhood and you're like, hey, I got you this prosciutto.
I'll do you one better.
And it's like, and they're like, how much? And you're like, shut the fuck up and just eat it.
Yeah, it's for you and the kids. The kids, it's from Uncle Joey.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Uncle Joey, that's cute shit. Do you one better. Invite the fucking whole neighborhood over. Fucking, you force feed people meats.
Okay. That's lovely.
Here's some meats on the plate.
Yeah.
Buy the cheese, making the meats.
That's nice.
Throw it on a cracker.
That's real nice. Okay. Cool. Here's my second draft pick. Just getting lunch with some old friends. You know, like just having it. My dad has these lunches like on Fridays at Miller's. And it's like, it started with like 3 guys, and now it's like 15 guys go. And it's like people from his past. He's like, we got this one guy, Tommy, showed up. I haven't seen Tommy in 30 fucking years. And it's like just meeting up with a friend, and it's just like, you know, how have the last 30 years been? You know? Isn't that electric? Just like really reconnecting with some old pals. I can't wait.
The kid goes, lunch?
You know, just a nice lunch with some old... And it's
I can respect that.
And it's like you got like I sometimes I call my dad and he's at lunch because I don't know, and then he's like, I was like, oh, you're at lunch, and he's like, no, I got a second. Like, hold on, and be like, fellas, it's my son. Everyone's like, Dylan, what's up, buddy? You know, and it's like you get to talk about your life. You get to talk about your kids, what they're doing. You know, and it's like. That's fun that my dad could be like, this kid, he's fucking crazy. He does, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm pumped for that.
Oh, you're fueling a lot of that conversation.
Yeah, because it's like I'll be one to brag about my kids a little bit. I'm not going to take it over the top, but God, if they accomplish some stuff, I'll throw them the old.
Even if they don't.
1 and 2.
Talk shit about them.
Yeah, I'll talk shit too.
My kid's a fucking loser. Still lives in my basement.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah, exactly. Either way.
Yeah.
But just...
There's got to be... I mean, you get 15 guys together in their 60s. There's got to be a couple that have a pretty sad story. There's got to be a couple that are bringing the rest of the group down a little bit.
Yeah, my dad does... Yeah, like... there's definitely like guys at my dad's lunch. There's a couple of guys at my dad's... Well, there's a rule at my dad's lunches. It's no politics.
I was about to say, they're probably like, no 9/11.
My dad... Because my dad runs the lunches, and he's like a... My dad is a big... Just... politics is a no... What's that? What's that?
Zero-sum game.
Zero-sum game. Yeah. It's just like
who wins?
Nobody wins. You're going to be, especially 60-year-old guys, like they are as set in their ways goes.
You're not changing anybody's mind.
You're not changing.
Screaming into the void.
So it's a strict no politics. And there was like one guy specifically that was just like they started and he was there. Everyone was like, that guy's coming in, and my dad had to be like, you gotta fucking cool it, pal.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, chill out.
You're harsh in the mellow of the group.
Yeah.
I like that. This isn't group therapy. Therapy. Like
you can have an Eeyore in your group. You can have an Eeyore, but Eeyore can't be like the loudest guy. You know?
Yeah, like once in a while you give him the microphone.
Yeah, and he
then
like
you
says some sad shit. You bring him back up, and you throw. Yeah.
He can't be the one.
I'm just excited for that, man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You want to connect with people. That's beautiful.
And just reconnect with friends of just like.
My second one's about
college friends,
too.
high school friends,
college, right?
Where you been? What's up, dude?
Sure.
Fuck it. We stopped hanging out. We were 20, but now we're 65 and
old family friends. Even
it. Yeah,
maybe if you have those, sure.
Yeah,
cousins that aren't cousins. My second one's also a little bit about like bonding with people. Okay. I want to get into horseshoes. There's a horseshoe.
Really?
There's a horseshoe league by one of the softball fields I play at, and there's just these fucking like dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like some Long Island dudes. They show up early. They're fucking tossing the horseshoe. All you hear is clink, clink, and it's just like they're vibing over. They're smoking a cigar.
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Their wives are there.
If I was racist, I would say, don't you mean bocce?
I already play bocce, though.
Okay.
I would. That is, honestly, I'll take that audible.
And then I would
go into a bocce league before a horseshoe league.
Yeah,
we're being real.
But then I was also going to say, like, do you think a horseshoe league in our old age is going to be a cornhole league? Because I feel like
suck
cornhole. Horseshoes are hard as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, but it's cool. Like I feel like horseshoes. Like I like the metal. Like that's an old guy thing.
That is an
old
guy's
grabbing a bag of beans and tossing it into a hole. He wants to grab some metal, iron, patink.
How about a little shuffleboard?
Love a shuffleboard.
Love shuffleboard.
I don't think I'll be a shuffleboard guy, but every like 9th Sunday, I'll probably fuck with some shuffleboard.
Yeah, dude, just like living in a community where like all those options are available. You know, like I wouldn't
call that a retirement community.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
those are beautiful. See, this is how
I don't need a retirement community because I would love my own space and house, but just like live in a place where it's like a vibrant scene, not senior, but just like some good parks that people hang.
Parks, just options. I want activities.
Yeah.
Whether maybe my number 2 pick is activities. It's really it's a big umbrella.
Yeah.
It's like a sports arena. I want like a
dude. I got complex. 2 clients now that like can't really withstand the full like 45 minutes to an hour of like physical activity, but they need like an hour of just activity. Because it's like they're kind of doing like they're just like vegetating outside of it. So I've been playing a lot of gin rummy.
I suck at rummy,
dude. It's pretty fun. 11-card gin rummy.
I get ran through in rummy.
This one lady, she's legit.
Yo, some people are like sick. It's their strategy too.
Yeah, she's really good at it. So
I love a good card game. I'm not really good at cards.
Just playing cards.
Yeah,
little baccarat. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, baccarat. I don't know what it is either, but yeah.
Okay, this is my third pick.
What's your number
This is
three?
my favorite one. This is the one I'm most excited for.
That's interesting.
Okay. My goal is to retire in a beach town. That's what I want to live in a beach town, okay? I want to have a porch at my house, and I want a bunch of rocking chairs, okay? So, and I also want to have a house where like my kids and my grandkids come and like bring their friends and like they like pregame at the house and then they like go to the bars, okay? And then when they come back, I'm sitting on the porch rocking, like smoking a cigar, and then everybody's like, Grandpa Dill, and then everybody comes on the porch and we all just like shoot the shit when everybody's hammered. Because you know I love living vicariously through drunk people.
Yeah.
And just like rocking on my porch and just being like, what'd you guys get into tonight?
Yo, you're the king of living vicariously.
Yeah.
It's actually a beautiful skill you've acquired.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When I talk to you, like, cause you know I'm single and like I have stories and shit. When I talk to you about shit, I get zero sense of like, I wish I was doing what you're doing. I just get a sense of God. I want to hear about this.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you get into tonight?
I'm good.
Yeah.
But let's
God, I'm happy. But what did you do
because
tonight?
it's juicy.
Yeah, it is juicy.
It's juicy stuff.
And when it's
live.
kids, it's like
live.
and that puts you in a fun position with the kids because you're like imparting wisdom.
Right.
So they're like, oh, we did this. You're like, in my day, and then maybe they learn a little something,
Right.
something, whether it's good or bad. They learn a little something, something. But
so just being
like,
that,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
It's way better than my third one.
Okay,
The third one's not great.
let's hear it.
I feel like you're not going to believe me. I don't know if I believe myself, if I'm being honest. I put down long distance running, and let me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain. I've never. How much time we got?
We only have a minute 30.
Okay, this will be fucking quick and boring. I've never been able to like commit to running long distance, and I live on the beach, and I see these like old ass dudes. Like I'll be on the boardwalk chilling, maybe I'm smoking a joint, like I'm being a useless piece of shit for hours at a time, and I see these guys going back, forth, back, and they're like 60s, 70s, 80s, like old people, and I'm like, God damn, like that. I kind of want a little bit of that in my retirement. I want to be a little bit where like you're like, wait, that 80-year-old guy does what? He runs 20 miles a day or some shit?
You know, though, that your thing is just going to be lifting.
I mean, but I already lift.
Right, so
Like-
you're just going to be like the really jacked old guy.
Maybe. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that's
I'd like to be a little jacked
I don't think
old
you're
guy.
going to... It's never going to... Dude, those guys that are running... Like, there's a guy in my town...
I don't really like how he says telling you what I can do and what I can't do.
All right, fine. You just say
Are
that
you
didn't
right?
even-
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pump
You're
you up in a different way.
dick,
There's
though.
a guy in my town who he's like, he would wear the same sweatpants. He would rock a headband. He had a fucking handlebar mustache just for the last 35 years. And he just runs he runs all over East Meadow. And he's just been doing it and then he does pull-ups on the soccer posts.
Hot.
And he's been doing it forever. So I'm like, I feel like you could get into it.
That could be more my speed.
Retirement draft. Tell us what you want to do in your retirement, people.
I would actually love to hear that.
Tell us what you would want to do in your retirement. Okay. Where do you want to do something?
Yeah, I could do something.
Sweet.
So I've been like, I'm single. Obviously.
Yeah.
And dating apps, they're like, I don't know. They're like taking a shit. It's like you don't want to do it, but you got to do it when you're single. Like nobody wants to be there.
Right.
But everybody's there. Here we are. You know what I mean? But nobody wants to be there. And it sucks. Dating apps are terrible. And I'm like, if you're there, take some pride in it. Like,
Okay.
show your best self on the dating app. I've been, I have experience on dating apps.
Yeah.
Since they literally came about. I come across some pages, some people, and I'm just like baffled at the choices people make. Like there's a wide spectrum of poor choices on dating apps, but it ranges from like an app, like someone's profile looking like a missing person report. Like the pictures are like, you get like someone who like the pictures are like blurry, like they look like they're photographs of other pictures. Sometimes you can see like the border, like the Instagram page border in like the screenshot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, either you like have no awareness at all, or like this is a dude like tugging off to whoever's liking his page, or this is a missing person and we should call somebody. Like there's so many flags that go up when you see some of these things.
Right.
And And I'm just like, I think I'm like, I go down these rabbit holes and I'm just like, I get very paranoid. I'm like, this is a guy like hunting, right? That for some reason my brain goes there.
He goes right. And I'm like,
right?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Don't you ever get that vibe?
You tell me, buddy. I'm not on that.
No, but I get that vibe. But then I'm like, the more rational like explanation is probably that like this girl just fucking sucks at social. Like she's terrible at this. You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate because, like, it's not. You could be beautiful.
Right.
I mean,
like, listen, if you're a girl out there whose profile is so bad that my boy is like, this must be a guy trying to fuck me, you got to step your shit up.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can tell you what. The point of a dating profile ain't for me to be like, that's a dude trying to fuck me.
Yeah,
like, the point is to attract dudes. It's to attract potential suitors.
So if you had 3 tips to some of these profiles,
that's a great question.
I don't want to say ladies because I feel bad just being like, hey ladies, your profiles suck. So let's just say these profiles. We don't know if it's a guy. We don't know. But let's say it is a guy, and you're trying to give tips to guys, these females, and then you're trying to give them tips on how to fucking fluff their profiles up. What do you need to see?
I mean,
because listen, what if you're just not hot?
But that's fine. You could still have a great profile and not be hot. It has nothing to do with what you look like. Sometimes it has exactly to do with what you look like. Let me tell you, but not really. Like most of the time, no. Like I've seen.
You're talking. You needs more artsy shit.
Not even artsy, dude. I've seen beautiful girls that like put terrible photographs of themselves up, and you're just like, honestly, like you see it, and you're like, oh, you're beautiful, but the fact that you thought this was a good idea, you must be nuts. See ya. Like, and I'm out of there. I'm like, you have to have some awareness there.
Maybe that's all the guy could find on the internet.
This is what I'm saying. That's where I'm like, ooh,
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I also have some
There's definitely fucking freaks out there.
So I got a story for
you.
you.
Ain't no way. Of course there's that.
I got a story for you.
Gross. Tell me.
So, back in the day, this had to be, I want to say I was in college. It was when, I think it was Hinge. It was Bumble. When Bumble first came around. The Bumble, the girl has to message first. Mm-hmm. So there was, I'm not going to use names, but someone in my town was, there was a profile of them, and they were matching with people, and I don't really even know how to tell this story, what order to tell this story in now that I'm like starting to speak it. Mm. But long story short.
Sure.
There was had a profile of this girl it happened a lot. There was a profile of this girl that wasn't her. Yeah. It was all her pictures. She was hitting up guys, and she was sending like nudes at some point in this conversation. Like it would get sexual. She would drop nudes. She would get nudes in return. Right? Turns out it was her brother.
Oh, Lord.
Hacked, I guess, took her Facebook pictures, posted it, hacked her computer, got all her nudes, and was using them to get dick pics because he was, buried in the closet. And that's, sitting on my shoulder when I'm swiping through a Hinge. That. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, nothing like trying to find a wife, like making sure some dude doesn't get a picture of your dick.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
21st century. Am I right, O'Leary?
You're right about that. Yeah.
That's, listen, be careful who you're sending that Pichaline to, all right, buddy?
I mean, let me tell you something. Who said I send my penis? I do. No, I don't send my penis. No. Also, I hate the word penis. I don't like to say, you don't send your penis. That doesn't sound, you don't send your penis.
Send me your penis.
Send me your penis. I told you guys about the story when the girl, I got catfished that time, right?
No.
I got catfished once, but I, picked up on it pretty quick. And, the girl was like, oh, let's move this conversation to Instagram. And we're on Instagram. And then I just was like, this is not real. And she immediately got so aggressively sexual. Just started sending me sexts and was asking me to send pics. And I was like, and I was fucking with her. Mm-hmm. And it ended up I called her out and she fucking blocked me and
wow.
bailed. And I was like, oh shit. So I reported her Hinge and then I found her again. I reported it again.
Wow.
It was bad. Yeah. I caught her. Him, it, whatever it was.
Joe, just doing justice on the date.
That's why I'm here. This is what I'm saying. But that's my point. To sum up, if you're not a dude on fucking, like, make sure your profile doesn't make us people think that that's what you're, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's just clean your shit up. Make sure you have a clean profile. Present your best self.
Right.
You're here to, try to get married or what? You're 31. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's Joe talking to himself.
That's me. I'm 30. I'm very alone. My profile is phenomenal.
So let's talk about my mental health for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I feel like my mental health is pretty good these days. Most days, man, I'm feeling like I'm doing a pretty good job. Of course, I have my downs. You have a little bit of schmutz on that mustache now.
It's all this fuzz.
Right? Yeah, you got some fuzz.
I probably kept the sweatshirt on.
Yeah, you got a little flare in the beard. It's gone. Boom, you nailed it. So my mental health pretty good. Okay, my mental health pretty good.
I love that for you.
I though question everything. Every single time I have to put a duvet cover on. I just can't even believe we do that as humans. Like, why don't we just have the comforters with the thing on? You know? Because I just grew up with comforters. Mm-hmm. And now I live in a house and we duvet. Okay? And even the word duvet feels disgusting coming out of my own mouth. And it's just like making the bed. Listen, okay, I saw a stat one time that it was like males like change their sheets like once every like 6 months on average.
No way.
And
bro.
I was like, bitch, give me a year, and that's what I was rocking with.
Oh, you just never washed your sheets?
I don't really think so, if I'm being honest.
Bro. Oh my God, that's gnarly.
Yeah, deal with it, okay? And now I'm grown up. I'm 31, okay? I live with a wife now. She's great. She demands clean sheets on the reg, which is cool, and I appreciate, and I've learned that, and that's nice, okay?
Bro,
all I'm saying is...
gagging right now.
All I'm saying is duvet covers are whack.
I'm with you there, bro.
Yeah.
Duvet covers are whack.
Dude, there's some that have zippers. Thank you.
Oh my God, you got the buttons?
Hey, to the manufacturers that put zippers on it, thank you very much. To the manufacturers that put 18 fucking buttons you have to slap on, go fuck yourselves, okay?
Straight up, go fuck it. There's nothing worse.
Do you have a duvet?
Yeah, but I'm going to explain my strategy with the duvet in a second, because I used to have the butt. Bro, when you finally get the duvet to the corners, right? You get it in, you get the corner to the corner, you get the other corner to the corner, and you're buttoning.
Yeah.
It takes you 48 fucking minutes to button the thing. You finally finish it, you realize you missed a hole, or you skipped a hole.
Yeah.
And now you got to unbutton.
Listen.
Enough to drive a man to drink.
Talk about a man, okay? Ladies. This man lives alone, and he uses a fucking duvet cover, okay? Snatch this man off the streets. Are you shitting me? If I was single and 30, ain't no fucking way I am buttoning duvets, okay?
You're not even washing your sheets.
I'm not even washing the sheets, ladies, okay? This man... You're crazy to let this man be single.
Oh.
You're crazy.
Listen to fucking my boy. Bro, no, but I don't even have a duvet cover, though. I got a different strategy. I got my, the sheet, the fitted sheet. I got the top sheet.
Uh-huh.
You guys have a top sheet? No top
Ladies,
sheet?
he has a top sheet.
I was told by girls, they were shocked I had a top sheet. I was like, I don't understand. They're like, no guys have a top sheet.
You make your bed every day with the top sheet?
Every day I make my bed.
And you tuck in the top sheet?
Tuck it all in.
This actually leads to another thing I want to talk about. So finish up when you're talking.
I'm going to finish it up. Yeah, I do the fitted sheet, obviously. Top sheet, boom. Then I do the duvet bare bones, just naked duvet. Throw it right on there. Then I have a comforter that goes on top of the duvet. Extra snugs. It's all fucking comfy in there. And then I just wash it. I just wash the duvet when I wash the fucking comforter.
And do you sleep under a top sheet and then a duvet and then a comforter?
Yeah, I do.
That feels insane.
Snug as a bug in a rug, dude. It is Oh, it's like, when you go to a hotel and it's got like that money duvet and it's all you're snugged in.
Well, I
it's
honestly,
like that
dude,
vibe.
I sleep outside of the blanket most of the time.
I don't understand.
I need at least, like, on most nights I sleep without a blanket. It could be freezing in the room and I'm naked in just the nude. I wear underwear, that's it.
I'm sure you do.
But I always need at least one leg sticking out.
I do a leg out.
I need a leg out.
I do a leg out too, but I'm different. I like something between my legs. I need something between my legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do.
Ladies, get on it.
But I like engulf myself in the covers. That's why I like all those. I like to be like swaddled.
Yeah.
You know, mommy issues.
Okay, which brings me to my next point, which brings up a new segment. Okay. That we're calling How We Doing.
How we doing?
How We Doing, which is a segment about growth and development as we age. It's the theme. We're always talking about that. And I'm realizing I shouldn't have had my fucking notebook on my goddamn lap.
Me neither, but I mean,
I don't think I had it on the whole time. I think I brought it up. But, okay, How We Doing, okay? It's a segment about growth and development and just like, listen, we're millennials. We get a lot of shit because we don't grow up. We're little kids, and we're doing it. We're doing it. We are doing it, okay? So here's something that I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it, okay? The duvet cover is a great example, but just chores in general, okay? Never did chores in my house. Never. I just never did them, okay? And when I would do it, my dad would call me half a job O'Keefe because I would just like do, and I still do it to this day. Like I'll do like 99% of the dishes. I'll have one pan left and just automatically I'll just leave. And then I'll like turn back around and be like, half a job O'Keefe, you fucking loser. Do the last dish. Like it's my programming. I have no clue why. I have no clue why. I have no clue how it happened. That's just my programming, okay?
Oh, that's fucking,
so
you're a beautiful
me and
mind.
Joe
Beautiful
just
mind.
listened, both of us, to the Theo Von, Tony Robbins podcast. Great pod. A lot of good, insightful stuff. And Tony Robbins was talking about how it's like when you're trying to like develop new skills and all that stuff, you have to like identify with it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, so I had the thought where I was just like, yeah, I've heard that before. It's like when you're doing habits, it's like he gave the example of like trying to quit cigarettes. It's like, I don't need that right now versus like, I'm not a smoker.
Right.
When you identify with I am not a smoker, then it's out.
I am not half a job O'Keefe.
I am not half a job O'Keefe. I'm full job O'Keefe. Okay.
I'm full job O'Keefe. O'Keefe finishes job.
So last night, okay, I was like, Emily had cleaned the whole house. It was very nice. And like when I come home from life, I always just fucking throw my clothes on the ground. Like just throw them in the bedroom and throw them on the ground. Like rarely do I put every single piece of clothing that I was previously wearing either in the laundry or back to where they belong because they're not dirty yet. And I did that. I threw everything on the ground. Then I was just like, no, not today. Not today, okay? I am a guy who puts his clothes away.
Yeah, you are.
Okay? And I went through, and it was painful. And dude, I was like, this fucking sucks. But I was just like, I gotta be that guy.
Yeah.
I just gotta be a guy who just comes home and he works all fucking day and you work super hard and then you come home and it's like, thank God I'm home, I'm done working. But it's like, no, the work doesn't stop there. You got to do the dishes.
Yep.
You got to put your shit away. You got to put your shoes away. Okay. Yep. You got Dylan, you got size 13 feet. It's basically like 2 boats walking around the fucking house. You got to put them away.
Got to put them away.
All right. So
life is suffering.
How we doing? We're growing.
We're growing. How we doing?
How we doing?
We're growing.
Is there any other chores? I literally wrote down, I'm a man who puts his clothes away every time.
Who are you trying to fool, Poppy? Who are you trying to convince?
Myself, dude. You got to lie to yourself until it becomes true.
You have to lie to yourself and anybody who asks.
A lie that's big enough and loud enough, you'll start to believe it.
Hey, Bill, do you finish
Hitler
it?
said that.
Do you finish it?
That's a Tony Robbins. He said that in the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, how I doing? How we doing?
How we doing, Joe?
How we doing? I'm doing good.
Nice.
We're doing
good.
Let me think of how to phrase this. So, my cousin Noelle got engaged recently, and yes, congratulations! Oh yeah, shout out to Noelle and AJ.
Huge shout out
on their engagement. It was beautiful. Great kid. We love AJ.
Love that.
I'm very excited for them. But they got engaged in Florida on our family trip, and I was shocked. Nobody had told me that they were getting engaged. Everybody in the family knew. They concerted effort not to tell me. It's like they were like, Joey's not going to keep the secret. Like, don't fucking tell Joey. And once I found out, I'll be honest, I was offended. I'll say,
Sure.
like, I was like, the fuck, like, I could keep a secret. And then immediately when that came out of my mouth, I was like, nah, probably a good call not telling me. Because like my whole life, people have called me irresponsible. My family, namely, has called me irresponsible. And I always was like, I'm responsible. Like, give me the responsibility. I won't disappoint. And I pretty much always would disappoint pretty much every time. Because I'm like I'm a little ADD. Like I'm looking, and then I'm not like, I'm not, how do you say?
Locked in?
Yeah, like mindful. I'm not like, what's the word? I wrote it down because present. I'm kind of scattered a lot of the time,
I'm
right?
with you.
So that was my whole growing up. But I was like, I'll be responsible when it's, when I'm at the age where I'm supposed to be responsible. Not really the case.
Right.
So a few weeks ago, I had a little bit of a change that happened inside of me because it finally, like, I realized how irresponsible I am. I got home. I was out drinking, but I wasn't drunk. It was like super late. I was tired. And I get home and like the dogs were there. My mom, and it was probably like 2:30 in the morning. And my mom told me to walk the dog. So we have two dogs. I go outside. I'm walking them. I'm fucking like, I'm just like, I can't wait to get to bed. The dogs do their business and they run back inside. So we have to take them around the side of my house. So they run back around me, and I look and I see Lola, my bigger dog. I see her ass like scoot up into the house. I'm like, okay, Lola's inside. I'm like, looking for Louie. I'm like, Louie. Nowhere to be found. I'm like, all right, he must be inside. So I go inside. I hear their little feet running up the stairs. I was like, oh, they're both inside. Cool. I go to sleep. I get my door kicked in at 5:30 in the morning. In the morning. I just want to let you know, you left Louie outside for 3.5 hours. You're lucky it wasn't freezing. He could have been dead. Good night. And fucking the door gets slammed. And I'm like, oh. Like, I left this beautiful little pup outside in December, outside for 4 hours in the cold, wet backyard. He's running around barking. I go in the backyard. I'm like, how bad is it? Like, what happened? It was thankfully warm all night. Thank God. But I go in, you see like little like footprints, like paws, like up against the door, like he was trying to scratch his way in. I'm like, dude, and like I love my dog.
Piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit. I love my dog so much, and so it hit me. I was like, dude, you need to focus and like be where you are. You need to be responsible. When you're doing something, you got to be paying attention. You can't be just thinking about the next thing,
right,
or sleep or whatever the fuck. You got to be locked in because there's high stakes.
Yeah,
you could have killed the dog.
Right.
If I killed the dog, I would not be here today. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be here today. Whether my mom killed me or whether I killed myself, I couldn't tell you, but I wouldn't be alive. I promise you that. So, how we doing? We're learning.
We're learning, baby. We're learning on growth.
Learning.
Listen, we could positively spin that. Louie's a great little guy. We love him to death.
He's the best.
Thank God he's covered in a lot of fur. Okay?
Not a lot. He's like 7 pounds. He's a little pup.
He's a little puppy. Okay.
I like where your head's at.
Okay, I'm just saying. Listen, it could have been like leaving your kid somewhere.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta lock this shit down.
Listen, the McAllisters left Kevin twice.
Thrice.
Yeah. Multiple times.
There was like 6 movies.
There was different Kevin McAllisters, but they loved leaving that kid out. They loved leaving that kid. So you're learning. It's a good lesson to learn. Thank God the dog is safe.
It took something that heavy for me to be like, this is what it is. Fix it. You know what I'm saying?
To our listeners, we're going to encourage you to write in on how you're doing. What is something that you're growing on, or a little thing where you maybe you really fucked up like Joe.
Maybe you almost killed your dog.
And you really learned a valuable lesson from it. Or you need some advice, whatever it is. Growing, how you doing? How we doing? Write it in. Okay. Shall I go? You want to go?
You go.
Okay. We'll give you a prompt. 6 minutes. Sweet.
I have a good fucking thing, too.
Chores, we did the duvet cover. Fucking, yeah, okay. Speaking of dogs, so, I was just thinking about this, dude. Like, I saw something where some pet influencer, like this dog, just makes like their owner just like so much money. And it's like they just a pet influencer that just like they have like some dog that has like hundreds of thousands of followers and like just kills it and makes their owners just like a shit ton of money. And I was just like, That's a thing. You know, I don't know if how I 100% feel about it. You know, just like exploiting the cuteness of your animal for monetary value. Like, it's cool and it's probably nice and shit. But it was like, I'm a sucker for talking shit about this specifically, of people selling courses. It's like, I do drop shipping, buy my course. I sell stocks. I saw one that was a guy who was like, my side hustle is ATMs, and take my course on how you could buy a bunch of ATMs and put them in different places. So it's all this shit. And I saw one that was a pet influencer course, and it was like how I started making. And it's like, you know, it's like the trending audio is playing in the background, and it's like January $1,000, February $2,500, March $49,000, and I'm like, maybe we don't need pet influencer courses, okay? And then that just inspired my next thought of like, I would hate to be the dog that comes after the influencer dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he doesn't even know what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, and
he's
then
like,
it's
I
just
know
like,
I was working.
because then it's like, is that person done with the dog influencer life, or are they just gonna like put so much fucking pressure on this dog to do what the last dog did? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing, because it's not the dog. Like, at the end of the day,
people are like, we don't like Scrappy, we like Scooby.
Right.
Fuck Scrappy.
Right, but that's the thing, because at the end of the day, it wasn't the dog that was the influencer. You know what I mean? Like, the page and the dog was the famous one, but it's like, the owner is the one putting the dog on Instagram.
Right.
So it's like, then you get a new dog, and it's like, so to simplify it, your job is a pet influencer. So now every time you get a pet, now this pet is the new subject of your...
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I don't know if this is a whack idea, and maybe it's just
Did you say
born...
whack?
Yeah.
That was whack.
What?
Whack.
That I said whack?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good idea? Okay. And maybe this is just
No,
born
I'm saying
out of pure...
using the word whack was whack.
I think whack is a great word.
Whack's cool.
Whack's a great word. Maybe it's just born out of the fact that my baby girl, Princess Pup Jasmine, is debatably the cutest dog on Instagram and doesn't get the love she deserves.
She doesn't.
And I'd probably be saying, maybe I should buy the pet influencer course. You know, maybe I should learn.
You're sticking up for your girl. Look at her.
I'm just sticking up for my girl. She's just not, that.
Perfect.
She deserves to be famous.
She absolutely does. But you know what? That's how it starts.
That's
Someone's
exactly
like,
how it
my
starts.
daughter's got so much personality. Let me fucking... and then it's like, uh-oh, sister.
Yeah.
Now you don't leave. Oh, my God. Come on.
That was
She's so cute.
That was something I wrote down as like a bit that I was just like, I don't really know where this would go.
There's a bit there. There's a bit about pet influencers, 100%.
Just like being I wouldn't want to be the next dog.
Yeah,
like
the
something
next-
in that. That's what the first time I actually got you to laugh.
Yeah.
Was when I said that. And it's just like, because it'd just be so much pressure. It's like you come out and it's like they're fucking, live streaming the birth because they already have the attention. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, wait, speaking of live streaming a birth, it's like, it's not as bad as like in my opinion,
it's got legs, baby. Fuck yeah, we found it.
Definitely has legs. But it's not as bad in my opinion as like the influencer families. That shit is full blown, like, because the influencer
the
dogs,
amount of meth that's going to be consumed by those fuckers. I mean,
that's
Jesus
the thing.
Christ.
It's like, you got a
especially
camera in your
since they're from
face.
the middle of the country.
They're famous. Like people like the A family. They're following a family. Get your own family.
Right.
Go out and get a husband. Like I know so many Gen Z fucking chicks that like love these online families. I'm like, that's so sad to me.
Well, that is even worse than the dog because like. A dog really is the best, but it's like, you're taking them on sweet fucking moments, and it's like they can't talk. But like as a little, imagine like going to school all day and then coming home and your mom is like, all right, like we got to do this. Yeah. You're just constantly in front of the,
do that again.
Imagine having to do like
Jesus.
10 takes of something with your brothers and sisters. It's awful.
That's the thing, because that's probably what it's like. It's not like you're just naturally filming. It's like, no, you
can't. It's impossible.
How about this? If you're like the husband, a lot of the husbands are very active in it, or the wife, whatever. And every day you're coming home and there's like a water balloon full of milk above the thing. And if my kid shoots a goddamn water balloon full of milk with a dart and soaks me in milk,
after
I'm
a hard
throwing
day's
hands.
work, after a hard day of work,
I come home from work and I'm soaked in milk. You're going in the dryer. Like it's over, kid. I'm putting you in the dryer. That's
Prank families are tough.
Yeah, it's bad. It's gonna sound aggressive. I just have a question for you. What's the meanest thing in like recent memory that you've ever done? Because like we're not mean people, but like we probably have done some shit we did and we're like, that was kind of douchey.
I think the meanest version of myself exists on a city bike. I am fucking ruthless out there. And I'm wrong. I'm going against traffic. I'm going on red lights, and people are like, I'm getting really close to people when they got the walk sign. And they're like, really? And I'm like, fuck you. And I know it's like there's no world where I just know that I can get away, and they're never gonna get me. So I just like unleash all my mean spirit in those moments. I will continue to do it. I won't stop. I will not stop anytime soon. But I've said
you're not going to stop doing that until
I've said
happens.
some venomous shit on that bike.
Can you give me a specific? Do you have like something terrible you've said?
I've called women bitches a lot. I think I've called people dumb bitches when they're like have the walk sign and I'm being a dick and I'm just like, fuck off, you dumb bitch. And it's like,
oh, that must feel so good.
It feels amazing.
Oh,
it's awful. It's truly terrible.
Because I think that once a day minimum. You know, it'd be nice to say it out loud. That's nice.
I actually caught a friend. I won't drop his name, just I don't really need to, but I saw a friend city biking. He was coming to my house. We have a city bike station right outside my house. I was walking up and I was like, oh, I think that's him. So I waited for a second and he stopped right in the crosswalk and I was like, is that him? And he was like talking to someone. And then I just heard, he was just like, it sounded like they were arguing. I couldn't hear anything. And then I just heard, bitch. And I was like, oh, shit. And then he pulled up. I was like, dude, did you just fight with a stranger? And he was like, yeah, like the person was giving me shit because I came in the crosswalk. But like they had the walk sign. He came through the crosswalk and the person was giving him shit. And he's like, is it illegal though? Was I near you? You know? And it's like.
It's a great argument.
Yeah.
I feel like I know who it was just based on the way you just said that.
Can you guess?
I don't want to say. Was it fucking the kid you had on?
No.
Oh, well, the way you said that, you said it kind of in his voice.
No.
So I was getting that vibe. Now that I'm thinking about that, I could probably guess, but I'm not gonna.
That's the meanest.
I like that. That makes sense for you.
Other than that, I'm an angel.
I did something. Yeah, I would.
I'm a beautiful little angel.
I don't know about that. You're kind of a steady douche.
I'm a perfect little boy.
Steady gunt.
Yeah.
Resting gunt lips. Did not mean it like that, even a little.
Yeah.
But the thing that came to mind, I don't know why I even like wrote this prompt down, but the thing that came to mind for me was there was this, when my brother first started dating his fiance, there was this dude that was like trying to kind of get with her, sorta. And I knew him, like he was a personal friend of mine from back in the day, so I was like very angry about it. And my brother was very diplomatic about it and he handled it like a gentleman, but I was like, fuck that. And I saw him at the barbershop once and I knew him. So like I saw him walk in, I was like so mad, but I was like, I'm not gonna fucking say something to him in the middle of this barbershop. Like I'm not gonna start shit. I'm just gonna walk by him and like ignore him when he says hello. And instead of just not looking at him, I did something like weird. I was walking and I was like, I'm going to cold shoulder him. And he goes, oh, Joe, hey. And he like sticks his hand out to like dap me up. And I just looked at him and I winked and I kept walking.
Okay.
Never done that in my entire life. I don't even know if that's mean.
That's not mean.
It felt just more douchey. Like I was like, I turned to him. I was like, and walked away. Like didn't even smile. Just like.
That's just.
It's like, what movie am I in?
Yeah, I don't. A bad one.
Fucking lame one.
Yeah.
Some dweeby ass.
That, you're not the main character in that movie, let me tell you, buddy.
I fucking thought I was way cooler than I was, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know. That's definitely not mean. It's just, I think you were trying to be mean.
Yeah,
and then got,
I think I was
caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, kind of like my inner pussy came out.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was very like soft.
Okay,
but
have you done anything actually mean though?
Have I ever done anything mean?
Well, you're asking what was the most recent mean thing I've ever done?
That was kind of my thing.
Yeah, okay.
Because it wasn't like it was more like I was being sort of confrontational. Like I was like being like fuck off.
I don't
without
love
saying
being
fuck you.
confrontational, honestly.
Me neither.
If I could just harness the energy that I feel on a city bike, because I get on a city bike and I'm ready to explode at any moment. I don't know. I think it's because I think when you're city biking or biking in Manhattan, the best defense is a good offense. It's 100% true.
Definitely true.
It's definitely true. The best defense is a good offense, so I'm just ready to rock.
It's also like famous last words. As he like fucking Tokyo drifts this bike through an intersection and gets pummeled by a bus.
Yeah.
But it was just offense.
Yeah. So I would love to just bring a little bit of that, because sometimes you get into like have confrontational moments and I kind of like clam up a little bit and I don't say the things that I would want to say.
But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, like I feel like for me I hold those back because I feel like once I let that out, it's like a fist fight.
I know. I feel the same
like
way.
It's going to escalate to like physicality.
I'm thinking of one example. Yes, obviously. What kind of? Yeah.
Not fun.
We're not telling fight stories. That's
so this fucking one time.
Yeah, you want to talk about douchey
stuff?
No, I was just at a wedding recently. No, I'm not going to tell that story. Fuck that story. Bailing on that story.
Well, but it's true though. Like I would love to be able to master the art of confronting somebody with no fear that we're getting physical. Like knowing like there's no way we're going to start fist fighting here, but like because I don't know how to control myself once I'm like yelling at somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I feel like that's.
Well, I think it's you need the. I think the coolest confrontational thing to do if you're in like it's not. You're just like a mano-a-mano situation is have the cool line of like fuck off.
You're not that guy, pal.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like
you
could shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's just like you walk away kind of thing. Like it's because I would never want to get in a screaming match with someone that feels ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
But
lame.
you just have the line where it's just like, how about we both shut the fuck up? You know? Right. It's like that kind of mentality.
Like, we're not doing this right now.
Yeah,
Peace, bro.
Yeah. That's where I live in that
but
world. That's anti-confrontation.
That's anti-confrontation.
So that's where I want to be. I want to be coolly anti-confrontational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's we could do this. I'm not going to do this, though. You know?
The sweet spot is like the Tony Soprano, like you grab somebody by the collar gently and you just say, hey, buddy, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And then you walk away.
Exactly.
And that guy's like, what does that guy know that I don't know?
You want to?
That was very calm.
Like I want to give. You know? I don't want to give off like a pussy vibe. I want to give it off like you talk such shit, and the way I respond, that person feels and internalizes like, oh, that guy is a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's doing me a favor by not, taking the bait on my bullshit.
Yeah, it's like you're fighting.
I don't
with
mind
somebody,
being a psychopath.
It's like you're fighting with somebody and they like kiss you. It's like, oh, that guy's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that guy's fucking nuts. Like, what's that guy capable of? He just kissed me. What the fuck?
I think that's my new move.
That's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I thought I was getting at.
Yeah.
I figured that's what you're talking about.
Homo.
We're
talking about kissing guys, right? Okay.
Yeah. We're on the same page. Wait, I got a follow up. What's the meanest thing anyone's ever said to you in recent memory?
Fat jokes.
But what did they say
memory.
to you? What did they? What is the meanest thing somebody has said to you? Like it's gotta stick in your brain, right?
My mother comes to mind at first.
Or done to you, not necessarily said to you, done to you. Mean thing someone's done to you. Maybe that's better than said. Said gets dark.
I don't know. Mean things people have done to me. Like everything I'm thinking of is like from childhood.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm just like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
I'm not giving that the time of day. Getting left out of shit, like But it's like
I remember a very mean thing that happened to me. I'll share quick.
Yeah.
The first date I ever was supposed to go on, I asked this girl out. I was like, she was like a little cooler than me, but she had a crush on me. So I was like, I asked her out. She says yes. I'm like fucking sick. I'm fucking sick. I was in 7th grade, and we were supposed to meet at the movie theater for some fucking movie. I forget what movie it was. And I'm there. My mom is dropping me off, so I'm waiting with my mom in the car. The girl's like not there. It's kind of late. Like at this point, all of a sudden, because I was like, I texted her. I was like, where are you at? Nothing. I get a call from her phone. It was her older brother was like the biggest bully in the school. And I get a call from her phone. I'm like, oh, hey, where are you? And he's like, this is fucking, I forget his fucking name. This is fucking her brother. Like, you're fucking loser. What are you waiting at the movie? Like, fucking just like burying me. And I was just like, start like bawling, crying. That was probably the meanest thing anybody's ever done to me. Yeah. Can we unpack that real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't think about that ever, though. Ever. Definitely doesn't feed any of my insecurity. No. Yeah, that was mean.
That's mean.
Yeah.
That's super mean.
Yeah, that was mean.
Yeah, I don't...
That was my super fun topic I wanted to bring. That was my lighthearted, positive topic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real.
It is real.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being vulnerable.
I thought it was going to be funnier. I really thought we were going to start shooting from the hip again.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our job.
Hey, you ever get a wedgie?
Yeah. In a completely different direction.
Please.
This is my one silly topic before I go into some bits, bouncing some bits.
Sure,
okay.
Sure.
I still have not mastered, but I am getting better at being high in public. Because it's like, I used to love being drunk in public.
That's the best.
It's the best. Everyone's your best friend. Mm-hmm. I'm a golden retriever. Everybody is a human that wants to pet me. Mm-hmm. Most people are like, get this smelly drunk guy away from me.
You pee on stuff, it's your territory.
But like, there's that sweet spot where it's just like every interaction you're having, you're just crushing. Mm-hmm. And you're just putting a smile on everybody's face and blah, blah, blah.
I feel like I was just gonna exactly that.
Emily said spoken like an alcoholic.
Yeah, spoken like an alcoholic. Like it feels like that's what like I'm with you. I know the experience, but I feel like that was us thinking that. You know what I mean? Most people around us probably weren't
romanticized that
version of yourself.
That situation. Right. Hashtag alcoholism. Whatever.
Hashtag
whatever.
Problems.
What's the meanest thing anyone's done to me? My wife called me an alcoholic during the podcast.
What's the meanest thing anyone's ever done to me? I developed a drinking problem.
But when you're high in public, I feel like the world is not open to you.
Certainly
People are
not.
like, that guy's being weird,
yes.
Right? Like I thought about this the other day where it's like, main character energy. Right? Like we all think we have main character energy. And sometimes I'm like, I got main character energy, but other times I'm like, I kind of got Kramer energy. Where I'm like, I'll like take the dog for a walk at 10 o'clock or whatever, and I'm like kind of stoned and people are like coming up to me and they're just like try and interact with me like a cute little like dog thing, and I'll just be like, tomatoes, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, this guy's a freak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or for example, our neighbors downstairs, we have some neighbors downstairs, they have 3 kids, okay? Emily is like best friends with them. She's dropped off candy with them. Jasmine fucking is in love with the little girls and loves. They pet. They have a whole little conversation. She knows their whole life. They blow right fucking past me, and I never saw that for me.
Do you want? I
wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't.
But being
and
high,
I'm like, she's Jerry Seinfeld and I'm Kramer.
Yeah. You're
and people are like,
Kramer.
we got to steer clear of that guy, Where like she's like, oh, like the neighbors with the little Chucky dogs and with and I'm like, no, those people always just keep their heads down,
Yeah, they're not acknowledging. But like, it could be the energy you're putting off. Like you're not putting off a welcoming.
Well, that's also then that goes back to the alcoholism a little bit. Alcohol always makes you a little bit more loosey-goosey.
I see what we're doing.
Always, you know what I mean? So it goes back. And it's not even like I'm high all the time, too. Like, I feel that way sober sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be out in the street and I'll still feel weird.
I think it's a practice thing.
It is
like
practice.
For me,
of course.
I felt the same way, especially when high. Like, when high, I'm like, when I first started smoking, I was very willing to talk to strangers high, much less so now. I'm very much more recluse now when I'm baked in public. Like, I don't really want people to fucking talk to me. Mm-hmm. I got a little buggy out. But, like, now when I'm sober, I, like, make it a point to, like, to talk to people. I try to have, like, a quick combo, whether it's the dog or the fucking just my neighbor. Just because I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna forget how to be a human.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
You got to keep the whistle wet.
It's a practice, and I definitely yeah, because I'm like, I just don't want to be like the weird guy in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like you don't want to be the weird guy.
I don't think you'll be the weird guy. You let the mustache grow a little longer, and you get a little older, you might become the weird guy.
Yeah.
I like the mustache now, but when you get weird, the mustache gets weird.
Right.
So you got to be able to, you got to direct the mustache.
Yeah.
Don't let it direct you, type of a thing.
I just don't have a very like bubbly exterior. Like when you look at Emily walking down the street,
got
she's
resting
like,
bitch face.
Yeah.
You do have a very much like if you just were like, what's Dylan thinking about it? I was like,
sad
I'd be like,
shit,
killing himself. I don't know, like backing his car over the fucking overpass. Like I don't know, something not good.
Right.
Doesn't mean that's what you're thinking about. You probably are. But we got to get you to do the just smile for no reason, like make yourself crazy.
Yeah. That'll really attract people.
Hey, can I hold your kid? Like, yeah, maybe not good either. But ease into it. See how it is. Yeah.
So that's just where that was inspired by the high thought and yeah.
I think once
I once had an interaction, dude. I was shrooming one day, and I was over in the park, and it's like I was full blown shrooming, so it's like people shouldn't come near me. And there's like over there's like this monument or whatever with like a bunch of steps, and I was just like I had been walking for a while, and I was like really lounging on these steps, like sitting on the step, laying back, like legs were sprawled. Like I was probably crossing like 4 steps or whatever, and I was like on my phone or just like, huh?
I'm just like, this guy.
I was
treating the park like it's his fucking living room.
It's my backyard.
It is. That's true.
And this little kid came up to me, like 4 or 5 years old,
Nightmare.
and I was like, really, I was gonna say I was really into it. Relax. We were just. He was a little kid, and he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, just taking a break. I was on a walk." And I was just talking to this kid like normal, like this. And then like, I'm like, we probably have like 5 lines each of dialogue going back and forth. And then I just see grandma slowly entering the picture. And she was like, Charlie, okay, Charlie, it's time. Okay, Charlie, let's get, okay. And she was like, okay, yeah, nice to meet you. Okay, let's go, Charlie, let's go. And he was like, what? It's not,
That's... I'm sorry.
And in that moment, I was just, maybe that was the meanest thing that's ever happened to me. We found it, buddy.
Hey, we made it back around. That feels like, I feel like you are getting, I feel like that felt personal.
No, it really felt funny because I was on mushrooms.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It felt like it was something about you that made her so panicky. I think if your baby goes up to any stranger in New York City Central Park, that's the proper response from grandma. To make you feel better. I don't think you were putting off any certain energy.
It may have been high on drugs energy, but...
Also not what I want my kid around.
Right,
either,
yeah. So I can't blame them.
No.
But in the same regard, we were having a funny little conversation.
That's fucking... Dude, that kid's a pistol, though.
I know,
coming
right?
up to you. When I was a little kid, my parents always tell this story. We were on vacation at, like, Disney World or something. I was, like, 5. And... I would just like, my parents would like lose me and I'd just be like shooting the shit with like the old people. And one morning, my parents are like looking for me. I'm at the omelet station by myself. I'm 5. I'm at the omelet station with, and my mom finds me, oh, Joey. And then the guy goes, all right, see you later, Joey. Like some like 40-year-old man. And my mom was just like, what the fuck? I was like, I met him yesterday at the pool or something. Like I would just be like meeting people. That kid reminds me of myself a little bit.
Emily's sister Chloe, there's a very funny Winston family story that they were on a cruise and they couldn't find Chloe for like a long time, and Chloe loves a hot tub, and she was like 8 years old and they like couldn't find her anywhere, and then they went up to the hot tub and she was just in the hot tub alone with like 4 70-year-old dudes just schwitzing, and she was just like chilling in the hot tub with them.
And for Chloe, that's like would be so out of character like today.
No, that's pretty in character.
Yeah, she'd be in a hot tub with a bunch of strangers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
cool.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
You got anything else?
Yeah, I got one last thing. I've been getting a lot of respect at the office lately, and it's for nothing that I've been doing at the office. Did that go out? That's such ass.
take mine. I feel like my lighting's better.
What a mensch you are. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of respect at the office.
That's good, dude. Good for you.
For nothing that I'm doing in the office, though. I've been getting respect at the office because I've been going, like, I'm single. I've been going on dates and shit. And when I wear to work is like business casual. It's like fucking lame. It's like I wear like a button-down shirt and like pants. And I just feel like, you know, like, nah. So I've been wearing suits. Like, I've been like dressing sexy for the office because I'm like, I got a date later. I'm going to look sexy.
You wearing suits on
So
dates?
I've been wearing like, dude, no. I'm wearing suits to work. But I'm going on dates after. You know, I work at a place where like wearing a suit isn't that weird.
Okay.
Because I'm in an office.
Oh, so then you're going on the date and you're like, I'm coming from work and you're in a suit.
Which I am coming from work, but I'm just choosing to dress up.
My man is suiting up.
Scott, pop.
Little Barney Stinson.
Little fucking, how you doing? But I've been wearing these suits to work and everybody's like, oh, like, you have a meeting today? And I was like, nope, just... I'm dressing the part now. They're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, no, I got a fucking date later. But like, it's working for me. It's working for me on the dates because I'm looking fly. I'm wearing like, you know, like a black shirt, black suit vibe. I'm like, ooh, like where'd he come from type of thing. But then I'm in the office like that, and people are like, damn, like what Joe's like bringing it now. Like he's really focused.
Good for you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's posing for sure. It's like
but fake it till you make it.
That's my point.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah,
I feel great. I will say I feel great.
I will say this,
wearing like shit. I like to look good.
Like I run around Manhattan all day, and I really kind of dress like a schlub, and like I'll just wear a pair of jeans. I really do dress like a schlub, and I'm just like, it's hard though to come up with the outfit that fits my job title. You know what I mean? But there's some days where, like, if I was like some days where I'm like working all day and like going to a show afterwards, like I dress a little bit more cool, and everybody notices. And I've actually been making it a thing to stop wearing hats. Like I just wear hats to work every day because it's like I'm getting on the bike, my hair's going crazy. By the end of the day, I look like a psychopath, and I'm just like, bring some hair gel, give it a touch up in the middle of the day, and all the old people are like, you got such nice hair. I can't believe you wear a hat all the time. And it's like that type of shit people appreciate.
Exactly. The little changes,
little thing.
Little improvements.
How we doing?
Hey,
exactly. Oh, mine now. How do you like that?
How we doing?
Do you want to wrap up there because we only got 5 minutes left, and then do a little bonus afterwards on some bits that doesn't necessarily have to be a part of the pod?
Sure.
If we want to get weird.
Sure.
All right.
Sounds
great. We're gonna pretend to wrap up here. There might be a little extra bonus, little situation. How we doing? We'll prompt you guys on. We'll prompt you guys on Instagram.
The stories.
Yeah.
We'll pop the stories
and
up. Submit some
Some
stuff.
people have been reaching out to us saying that they've been enjoying us, and I just want to say I really appreciate that.
I would encourage
more. It keeps
more.
us going because it's a lot of work done for no pay and stuff. So I really appreciate the kind words. My love language is
words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. So thanks.
Love you.
Peace.